Hey Pheromone fans, Rachel here with Love Scent, and today I want to show you a couple different ways of how you can mix pheromones as well as how and where to apply them to be sure that you get the best possible results. So for starters, if you're new to the pheromone world, we do have pre-mixed pheromone blends readily available on the website like NPA for Men or Primal Women. We also have pure pheromones available on the website for you to mix your very own custom creations depending on the reactions that you want from others or how you want to feel yourself. So say you're a man looking to attract someone and you want to feel confident but not too dominating. A good mix for you would be NPA for men and Scent of Arrows for men. So this is an unscented pheromone blend, pre-made blend, as well as a scented blend. So those are great combinations. And you would want to start by just applying one single drop of the NPA to one wrist. Rub your wrists together and then let them dry. And then once they're dry completely, you can take the Scent of Arrows and it's a roller ball, so you would just roll on your wrists. Just on one wrist is fine. And then rub them together again. And any remnants that you have left over, just apply behind your ears or your neck. And it's as simple as that. So with all pheromone products, it's best to apply them to our pulse points. So this means our wrists, behind the ears, the base of the throat, the inside of the elbow, or behind the knees. These are the spots that our veins are closest to our skin, so they're already warm and they act as natural diffusers when we wear perfumes, colognes, or pheromones. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so now we know how to apply them, so let's go back to the mixing. So say you're a woman looking to attract someone, you could try out a couple different combinations. A good one that's already nicely balanced would be Primal Women, which has androstenol and copulins, and the Scent of Arrows for women. So you could simply follow the same steps that we did before with the NPA for men, but you would put a drop of the Primal Women on your wrists, rub them together, let it dry, and then add the Scent of Arrows for women. Just roll it right on over it. And if you didn't feel like rubbing it behind your ears, you could rub it on the inside of your elbows, and you're good to go. Or another great balanced combination, if you wanted to double dose on copulins, which women naturally already produce, and it increases men's sexual desires, you could add the Primal Women that already has the copulins in it with 1 to 2 sprays of the Arôme de Femme. And so the main thing here is to note that we want to mix an unscented product with a scented product. So if you didn't feel like mixing it with the Arôme de Femme, you should still mix Primal Women or NPA or any other unscented pheromone with a scent cover to make sure you cover over the musky scent that pheromones naturally produce. It tends to smell a little bit like BO, so we definitely don't want that when we're wanting to attract someone. So again, a great combination, Primal Women and Arôme de Femme. You would follow the same steps again, just put one drop, bloop, rub your wrists together and let them dry, and then just add 1 to 2 sprays of the Arôme de Femme. So 1, 2, I don't want to mix too many pheromones on me at once, so I'm just going to show you examples of how to do it. And then, simple as that, again, good to go. Alright, so now I want to show you a couple other ways you can use and mix pheromones. If you want to make things really convenient for yourself, you can use an atomizer, which is a little to-go canister that's empty, and you would just add your favorite perfume or cologne and add your pheromone mix of your choice, or a roll-on, which is great for more oil-based mixtures. And these are both available on the website. And then you can custom create your own magical goodness. So now I'm going to show you how to fill the atomizer. Take it off, unscrew the bottom, then you're left with an empty canister. And it super duper helps to have one of these little tiny funnels, but you can use a measuring cup as well. That definitely does the trick. And today we're going to use the Arôme de Femme, which is a pheromone perfume. I'm going to unscrew it, and I'm just going to pour a little bit in to start. See, I'm dripping some, which is why I have the handy paper towel here to protect my workspace. Alright, so we got a little bit of the perfume in there. And I'm doing this small of amount because I want to show you that it's good to start off with just a little bit, especially if you're using one of your favorite perfumes or colognes to start. And that way you can do a test batch to see what dilution ratio works for you and your body chemistry, because it's going to depend on how much our body sweats and how much pheromones we're releasing. So it's good to start small and then work our way up. So now I'm going to add 1 drop of the Primal Women. Sometimes it takes a little while to come out of these little dropper bottles. And that's 1 drop. And then I'm going to close it back up. The fragrance will also dilute the pheromones a little bit, so it's another good reason to do a test batch. Alright, so everything's back in there. Now I'm just going to shake it up. And then you're ready to apply 1 to 2 sprays to your wrists and test it out and see how it goes. Boom, done. Okay, so now I want to show you how to use the roll-on. We have these available on the website. We also have roll-on perfumes all ready to go for you. So in this case, I'm going to use a roll-on perfume that's already ready to go. It doesn't have any pheromones in it yet. We are going to add some. Oh, this reminds me that it helps to have a paper towel. So you essentially just want to wiggle out the roller ball, set it aside, and then this time I'm going to add 2 drops of the Super Primal to the whole mix. And this is just a test batch, so I'm going to see how that dilution works for my body type. And I'm just going to apply 1, 2, put the cap back on, and then add the roller ball, and you push it down, add the cap back on. Shake it up really well because we want to make sure it mixes into the oil really well. And then you should be all good to apply. And you just would roll it right on your wrists, rub them together, and then roll out on your inside elbows, and you're good to go. So these are just a couple different ways of how you can use and mix pheromones. If you have a favorite way, let us know in the comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about pheromones, I would recommend checking out the Pheromone cookbook in the links below. It's a great online resource that has tons of recipes as well as information on pheromones to try out. So that's all we have for today, but stay tuned because we'll be posting a new video soon. So until next time.